see it in front of us too, but this is what we actually see. Like snazzy. Do you see that?
Hello and welcome to Pixel Nation's Pixel Studio. I'm Tracy and I'll be giving you a quick demo today. We've created a virtual environment that is completely customizable to your brand's look and feel. The screens to the side can showcase videos as well as bring on your colleagues live from anywhere in the world. We can play with different camera angles as well as bring up our PowerPoint presentations, click through, or bring them full screen and walk amongst them to emphasize specific elements. We can remove the presenter from this to avoid any distractions. Where we rarely are is in front of a green screen. This can be built in your office. It also allows us the ability to enable anyone with a green screen to enter our virtual environment. Let's have a quick look at another set style. Again, completely customizable. We can bring up a PowerPoint presentation as well as bring up our colleagues live to discuss one-on-one or remove the presenter and allow them to address the audience directly. Special features such as animated text for key messages is a great tool to make use of. This is a super quick demo, so thank you so much for joining us. We look forward to seeing you in our virtual space.
Mon île, belle et splendide, je t'aime, mon île Moris. Tes palmiers brillants, ton soleil levant, tout au loin.
Vraiment je t'aime tant.
Mon île, belle et splendide, exotique et mystérieuse. Des brises douces, rochers pleins de mousse, l'océan. Vraiment, vraiment, je t'aime tant. Terre du doudou et des arbres tropicaux, tu donnes tes fruits en cadeau. Tes forêts vertes et tes palmiers royaux, écho doudou, chant d'oiseaux. Tes coquillages et tes plages de sable, ton lagon le azuré, subtils épices et parfums agréables sur cette terre enchantée. Terre du doudou et des arbres tropicaux, tu donnes chant d'oiseaux.
Vraiment je t'aime tant.
Mon île, belle et splendide, je t'aime, mon île Maurice. Tes palmiers brillants, ton soleil levant, tout au loin. Vraiment je t'aime tant, mon île, belle et splendide, exotique et mystérieuse. Des brisées douces, rochers pleins de mousse, l'océan. Vraiment, vraiment, je t'aime tant. Mon île Maurice, je t'aime tant. Mon île Maurice, je t'aime tant. Mon île Maurice, je t'aime tant.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. We are so blessed to have all these listeners tonight to support this beautiful project from Artist for Artist. We are super excited to share these wonderful artists with you tonight, and we are very, very thankful that you're making the time to come and support all the artists, because as you know, we've been going through a really tough time everywhere in the world, and we just wanted to bring hope back to the artists, and we wanted to share our love with you as artists. And we are artists, and we're doing this for other artists. So thank you for sharing in this beautiful project. And here to introduce this project and the brainchild behind this project is the beautiful Sucre. She is all the way from Switzerland, and she lives here in Mauritius with me, and she's a very dear friend, and she has got a heart for artists and for people, actually. So please welcome Shukriye.
Good evening, Mauritius. Good evening, world. And we are so really blessed to have you all here. And it's really a big chance to unite us all together in this big event. It's an honor also to host through the night with Tiane, who's a very dear friend and a very, very, very wonderful artist as well. And she also has a big heart, and it's wonderful. Thank you so much for having this chance tonight to do that with us. And it's very nice to also to the audience to connect that somehow in these difficulties with us, and then we share all these artists' beautiful pieces all together tonight with you, and the interviews, and there will be a lot of surprises and a beautiful entertainment evening waits for you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Sucre. So Sucre came up with this idea that we're going to just expose these artists to the world. And now that we have all gone online, we're trying this out, and we're hoping to do this much more in the future. So the idea is that we're going to show you these artists. We're going to have some interviews with artists in Mauritius and around the world. And then we're going to play you some of their music videos. As we were trying to figure out how to do this technically. So we also want to thank Ruben Kuhn for helping us with the technical side in South Africa. And we will show you which company he also works with his equipment. But thank you so much for all the artists who are taking part. And I think we'll do our thank yous at the end. But for now, let's the show begin, and sit back, enjoy, and please remember there's a little QR code that you can scan if you want to donate anything to these artists. If you want to contribute, all the money that's contributed for this concert will be equally split between all the artists tonight. And of course, like you know, everyone in this artist group are part of this whole new world that we are forming, where we have to go online because life has changed. So please open your hearts, and if you can, open your pockets. If you can't, we just want to share the love, and thank you for being here. Thank you. All right.
We have as well to share later as on, because we're recording this event and you can still watch it on YouTube, on Facebook, and feel free to share with your friends, because this is a very special opportunity and a very beautiful show. And we have also the chance to donate still till the 22nd of this month, because also we have on the 21st Music Day, and this is
Yes.
just wonderful, this option. But feel free to share with your family and just enjoy the evening.
Yes, please share, and call everyone now and tell them we're online, we're live, and we're here to entertain you. So let the show begin. Hello, Veronique. It's so lovely to have you here with us.
Thank you for having me. Thank you.
Thanks for calling in so far. Whereabouts are you?
So I am in San Diego, in California.
Wow, that's amazing.
While you are in Mauritius in the evening, me, it's my morning. So it's a big hour, 11 hours difference. So it's really huge.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
And tell me, Veronique, you are Mauritian, right?
Yes, of course.
But now you are living in Santiago, and how is that for you?
Well, I've arrived in San Diego late last year, and then was very busy with doing everything, getting settled and all that, and then I came to Mauritius for about a month, and then
I remember you had a concert. You had a concert here. That was
yes, but that was in June. There was one in June and one in September. But I haven't spent that much time here in San Diego yet, because when I came back from my traveling, after 1 week we were confined. Yeah. And so I haven't really explored the place. Okay. But for what I've seen, it's really nice. Very laid back place, very cool. Awesome. And I haven't been able to experience much the music scene as well, just no time yet to do it.
So all of that is still completely open for you to explore. That's exciting.
Completely, yeah. I have a few things coming up, but it's a bit, for now, we'll just wait and see.
We have to mention you have morning there. That's amazing. We are here evening.
Yes, I know.
So, Veronique, tell us when did you know that you wanted to be a singer? I know that you come from this musical family, but when did you realize that you wanted to be a singer for life?
Well, as you say, I fell in it. I was born in it, and it's as if I didn't really have the choice. Of course, you always have the choice, but I grew up in a family. We were singing all the time for any occasion, and so when I was old enough to be able to sing, because my father wouldn't allow me when I was too young, and
oh wow,
and then. So when I was old enough, people would tell me, "Oh, you're the sister of the Project Sisters," and I said, "Yeah," and said, "So you sing?" Well, do I have the choice?
Wow, that's amazing.
So I was in a way carried to do it. But then, of course, there's a point in your life where you make the choice to do that, to choose that as your career. And of course, because it was so much in me, it was hard to run away from it. It's something that attracts you, Yeah. And once I started, it was hard to think of anything else. And I was lucky to be able to make a living out of it, even if it's not always easy. And all artists can tell you that. Yeah.
Yes. Especially now.
Yeah.
With confinement.
And it's all over the world, though. It's but of course, my heart goes more to the Mauritian artists, and it's really hard. Yeah.
So tell us, Veronique, when was the highlight of your career? Because you've had such a full and beautiful career. Is there something that really stands out for you?
Well, as you say, I've had so many different moments, different experiences, and it's really hard to put to highlight just one moment. I mean, from my time in Mauritius in hotels where every night was a party, to all the and then to all the musicals that I did with Gerard Sullivan and others in Mauritius, and where there was an amazing experience of friendship, and it was really a great experience for that as well.
Yeah.
And then, of course, when I started to become international, when I went around and sang in so many countries and met so many musicians, and so every moment, every experience is something special, and it's really hard to say.
So they're all highlights.
That I enjoy the most. They're all highlights because you enjoy. I mean, you have to go fully in everything you do. Which that's a bit the way I am. I really dive into it, and
I think it's living in the moment, just being in that moment. And as artists, I often find myself just losing myself in a moment, and in everyday life and in performances as well. So
yeah, it's true. And of course, I would say the last really special moment that I had was my last experience, my last show in Mauritius with Véronique Duel, when we did the Véronique en accord. That was an amazing experience because working with Véronique Duel also was very, very, very special because she's from a totally different
genre,
and with a very strict. I mean, she's very, very professional, and the genre of singing that she does requires a lot of discipline. I don't say that we are not. I am not disciplined. I am.
No, of course.
It's a different way, and I learned a lot from her, even with techniques.
Yeah.
So, and for that also, I want to say so all this career, and I did that show with Veronique last year, and then I learned so much from her. So what I mean is that you keep on learning
and growing.
Every experience. Yeah, you keep on learning all the time. Never. It's not a point that you say, "Oh no, I know it all." It's never. It's not like that.
Wow, that's great. And
I'm just realizing that I'm speaking English now, and I was going to.
I know. You said you were going to speak French, and I was thinking, I wonder when you're going to switch.
On va changer. Maintenant, je vais passer en français, parce qu'en fin de compte, parce que les questions sont en anglais, donc automatiquement je parle en anglais tout le temps. Mais c'est pas grave. Donc maintenant je vais switch en français, comme ça va être tous les deux.
Okay, I'll still stick to English for now. But tell us, what do you think about this whole movement from artists for artists that we're trying to create to help artists in Mauritius and maybe around the world also?
C'est tellement, tellement nécessaire parce que justement, avec ce qui se passe en ce moment-ci, c'est pour les artistes, il y a plein d'interrogations quand ils vont recommencer à travailler et tout ça. Mais c'est aussi le fait de ne pas pouvoir s'exprimer, ne pas pouvoir être sur une scène, ne pas pouvoir être avec d'autres musiciens. Sans oublier bien sûr le côté financier de la chose où les gens ne peuvent pas gagner leur vie, et ça c'est terrible, et surtout qu'il n'y a pas d'aide souvent pour les artistes. Alors et ce qui est bien, c'est que là de cette fois-ci, les artistes pourront quand même gagner un peu d'argent avec cet événement-ci. Donc mais c'est surtout le côté humain de la chose, le côté partage, parce que tout ce qui est festival de musique, tout ce qui est ce genre de choses, c'est ça qui valorise les artistes aussi, de pouvoir se faire entendre, de pouvoir, c'est tellement, tellement important.
Yeah.
Et ce que vous faites là, c'est génial, bravo, au contraire.
Thank you very much. And then this video that we are playing for this audience today, do you want to maybe tell us a little bit about that? Because that's with Véronique Joël, and we weren't able to get her for an interview, but maybe you can just say something quick about that.
Oui, alors ça c'était justement pendant le spectacle, c'est un enregistrement du spectacle de Véronique en accord. Et on a voulu, en fin de compte, pendant le spectacle, ce medley de Michael Jackson, c'était vraiment un peu comme un appel pour que les gens réalisent l'importance de ce qui nous entoure, de l'importance de l'humain, de l'importance de la planète et tout ça. Et donc, pendant le confinement, Véronique et moi, on a voulu faire quelque chose pour le awareness de tous les gens qui donnent de leur temps et tout, qui ont donné de leur temps pendant leur temps et ont risqué leur vie pendant le Covid. Et donc, on a travaillé dessus ensemble et on a fait ce petit montage vidéo.
Great. Thank you so much for taking time to meet us today. And have a fantastic time there where you are, and have a nice day. And enjoy the concert.
Yes, thank you so much for having me. And I hope that soon the planes are going to be crossing the ocean, so I'll be able to come back to Mauritius.
Definitely. We're sure that will happen. All right. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.
Thanks to you. Bye.
Bye.
Hello, Didier. How are you?
Hello, I'm fine. And you, Jan? How are you?
Very well, thanks. It's so lovely to see your face. I have missed you. This confinement is long.
Very, very long. And hopefully it's over, we must say. We hope there's no second pandemic.
Yeah, but I think life will never be the same again. But some people see it in a good way, and some people see it in a bad way. I guess it's how you see the glass, half full or half empty. Because I think there was a lot of good things that came out of confinement as well, and that actually can just lead me into a question that I have for you. I'm changing things around a bit, but how, like, I saw all these videos of you coming out on Facebook during confinement, and what was your mission with all these videos? You were like taking requests from people, and then just explain to the audience what you were doing.
Yeah, well, it started upon a first request from George Wong, Jérôme's father. I don't know if you know him. Model, and he just asked me to post some songs, to post some songs, something where I sing and where people can hear my voice, because I don't sing that much since Vibe Moris in 2018, except with Fireworks, and I don't do things on my own. And he almost it was really a pity, and I said, okay, I'm gonna try one song. And then one person asked for a request, and on the next song, and I posted that, well, I'm open to requests because I don't sing that much. I think I have a talent, and I want to share it with you because we're all at home, and too much information, too much news, and bad news. And I wanted to share more positive things, and I did it.
Wow, that's amazing. And what did that mean for you as an artist? Like, what was your journey through that?
Well, it was like a personal development, because I don't sing that much, as I already said, and I don't sing, let's say, everything. I have my favorite
your
playlist.
Style, yes.
And my style, and it was a real challenge to accept whatever request I was receiving, whoever singer it is, and trying to put my voice and try to show my universe on these songs. And I can tell you, there were hard songs, and there were ones that were far from my style, let's say. And
wow, that's amazing. That's awesome. I think we should definitely put a link to your Facebook. Do you have a page or something that people can go and access these videos? Because I think everyone should go and look at it, because you're such a talented artist, and it just shows you versatility. I've always been like, when I work with you, I'm just always amazed how versatile you are with your voice, and I think you've proved it once more.
Thank you, Diane. And yes, you can indeed either find me on YouTube.
You have a channel on YouTube?
Yes, I have my own channel with my name, Florent Marcel, or on Facebook, where I have most of my videos, unfortunately, are on Facebook. I haven't uploaded all of them on my channel on YouTube yet, but I think I will. It takes time.
Yes, of course.
1 week per day, so it's
wow. No, we're definitely going to put the links down in this stream. Okay, so the other thing I wanted to ask you is, like, I've done awesome projects with you in the past here in Mauritius, and it's been so amazing, but you've had a long career, and what is the one thing that really stands out for you? If you have to think of something that just pops into your head when you think, wow, that was amazing, what was that?
Well, it was Sister Act in 2016 and 2017. Wow, it was quite something. All these people, all the stuff I had to do to change clothes on the set with everyone around, and 3 times like this.
I remember there was one day when I think your pants fell down on stage.
Yeah. And I had something, and then I had other pants, white ones, underneath, and I was hearing people laughing, and I was saying, oh, this song is not something to laugh at, it's tragic. And then I said, okay, maybe my trousers, and yes, it was falling. I'm sorry that it was
I remember that so well, and I think actually I must go and check, but I think I have a video of that. I've got a recording of that. I'll send it to you. Anyway,
okay,
before we say goodbye, is there anything that you want to say to the listeners out there, or to artists out there, because life has really changed, as we said, and we're part of a new reality. And how do you think artists need to move forward going forward?
Well, the world has changed, and I think that art is more than important today, because we found out during this confinement that we had nothing. Even technology was not really helping us, except keeping in touch and getting news, and too much news. And art was the only thing that helped us stay positive, and stay together and share love and share whatever was possible in terms of positive feeling, you see. And it was really important. What I would like to say to artists is that they should not drop their dreams. They should keep going forward and keep, let's say,
inspiring.
Raise their voices.
Yes,
I wanted to say
raise your voice.
Yes.
Awesome. Thank you very much, DJ. It was lovely speaking to you. It's always a pleasure. And we're looking forward to see your video that we're going to be airing now, and sending you lots of love.
Same to you, and hope you enjoy.
Okay, bye.
Bye-bye.
Les jours passent mais ça ne compte pas, j'ai tant de mal à vivre, ivre de ce parfum si différent du tien. Pire, j'ai compté chaque minute qui me retient à elle, comme si j'étais mon propre prisonnier. Ça fait bientôt 1 an qu'elle m'a sauvé de toi. Souvent je me demande où j'en serais sans toi. Souvent je me demande ce que tu fais, où tu es, qui tu aimes, sors de mes pensées. J'ai changé d'adresse, de numéro, merci. J'ai balancé tes lettres et tes défauts, même si j'ai fait semblant d'avoir trouvé la force, je garde au plus profond de moi tout ce que tu m'as laissé. J'essaie de t'oublier avec une autre. Le temps ne semble pas gommer tes fautes. J'essaie mais rien n'y fait. Je ne peux pas, je n'y arrive pas, je ne veux pas. Je ne l'aime pas comme toi. J'essaie de me soigner avec une autre. Le temps ne semble pas racheter tes fautes. Elle semble si parfaite, mais rien n'y fait. Je ne peux pas, je n'y arrive pas. Je ne l'aime pas comme toi. Même si elle n'a pas tes mots ni ton passé, c'est vrai, mais elle n'a pas ton goût pour la fête, pour la nuit, pour les autres, pour tout ce que je hais. Elle a séché toutes mes larmes, tu sais. Elle a ramassé tes pots cassés et elle a réglé tous tes impayés, tes impostures, tes ratures, tout ce que tu m'as laissé. Tout ce que tu m'as laissé. Elle m'aime comme un fou, elle me connaît par cœur. Elle me dit je t'aime parfois durant des heures, mais elle n'a pas ton odeur. Pourquoi je la respire dans ses bras? Sors de mes pensées, sors de mes pensées, sors de mes pensées.
Next, we have the beautiful Morgan in the house. Hi, Morgan. How are you?
Yes, I'm good.
That's good. Thank you so much for joining us today. It's so awesome that we have an 11-year-old joining us. We are so blessed to have you here.
No problem.
Great. So tell me, Morgan, when did you know that you wanted to be an artist? When did you know that you wanted to start singing and playing?
Well, when I was little, I had a lot of music because my parents were playing a lot of music, and my dad loved to sing. And then I started dancing and in music, and I got used to those kinds of music. And then I just realized that I love music.
That's amazing. And actually, we need to tell everyone that you're a lovely little actor as well, because you're in my acting classes and you've been on some movies before.
Yes.
Tell us about that a little bit. What were you on before?
Well, I was on a German movie that took place in Mauritius.
Okay.
Island Doctor.
Ah, yes. And did you enjoy doing that?
Yes, I was a little boy playing as a son of ill dad.
Yeah. And you did it so well. And listen, Morgan, tell us, is there one thing that really stands out for you when you think of all the things that you've done so far? Because you have done a lot of things in your 11 years in the arts. Is there something that really stands out for you, something that you really enjoy the most?
Well, I have a couple of things I really like, and I also love to just have fun and play what my body tells me I can play, and like when I know what I can play, it's fun because I can play like whatever I want. And the thing that I really like is I like to do many things. So
Okay.
I like to be an actor, I like to be a musician, and
Wow.
I like to do some sports.
Fantastic. So you're a very all-rounded kid. I really like that. And I think that's an inspiration to other children, because when it's important to be all-rounder and to do all sorts of things and explore what you are good in and what you really enjoy, because isn't that what life is about, is to just be happy. And yeah, that's incredible. And I think you have a very supportive mom as well that allows you to explore things like this. So I think you must be very grateful for your wonderful mom. And then Morgan, tell me, this clip that you've been working on that we're gonna watch today, this video, tell us a little bit about how you were making this, because I heard that you were making it with your music teacher Randy.
Yeah, well, I was playing a song. I'm playing a song, and
Yeah.
I'm using different instruments. I'm like split screen, and then I
Wow.
add me playing guitar. I add me playing bit drums and piano, and add me singing.
Wow, that's incredible. A lot of adults can't even do that, and now you're doing that. We are so proud of you. Fantastic. So Morgan, you said that you also have Miss Rosie that's been helping you. She's also singing today in our concert. And do you want to tell us a little bit about how she helped you with this clip as well?
Yes, she's my guitar teacher, and she helped me play the guitar and try to figure out how it will work in my video. And she helped me try to form everything, and yeah.
Great. And so I'm sure you are very blessed to have such wonderful teachers.
Yeah, well, I like music, and so my teachers help me a lot in music, and I try to work hard.
That's great. Thank you, teachers, for being so awesome and inspiring children. We need more teachers like that around the world to really get children to enjoy music and to be able to express themselves like that. So we are really looking forward to seeing this this clip, and we can't wait to see what you've done with it. And before we say goodbye, do you just want to tell the audience that's watching you today, how do you feel about this movement that we've started, this from artist for artist? Do you think it's something good for artists to be online like this?
Well, yes, because if artists are online like this, they can just explain all about themselves and how they got into being a very good artist.
Mm-hmm. And other people can be inspired.
Yeah, and like maybe the audience will just know more about that artist.
Great. Thank you for sharing with us today, and we're so excited to see your clip. Well done, Morgan. Speak to you soon. Bye.
Bye.
Picture perfect, you don't need no filter. Gorgeous, make 'em drop dead, you a killer. Shower you with all my attentions. Yeah, these are my only intentions. Stay in the kitchen cooking up, cut your own bread. Heart full of equity, you're an asset. Make sure that you don't need no mentions. Yeah, these are my only intentions. Shout out to your mom and dad for making you. Stay innovation, did a great job breaking you. When I create all my muse, they kind of smile and miss the news. You nobody rub shade on your name in the streets. You will make it rush, you will beg, you will please. You make it easy, the truth. You got a mean touch, I can't refuse, I can't refuse it. Picture perfect, you don't need no filter. Gorgeous like I'm John dead, you are a killer. Shower you with all my intentions. Yeah, these are my only intentions. Stay in the kitchen, cook it up, cut your own bread. All full of equity, you're an asset. Make sure that you don't need no mentions. Yeah, these are my only intentions. Already past, you don't need no more. Doing every life, don't worry about no so second to none, you got me off my head now. Don't need the spots and know you're in bed now. You're my rock, like Colorado. Got that ring, just like Toronto. Love you now, I don't want tomorrow. That's how I feel. I let you know that you are picture perfect. You don't need no filter. Just make 'em drop dead.
Seb. Welcome. Thank you for joining us today. Thank you so much for being here. We really appreciate that you're making time to talk to our audience and that you are willing to share your love of music with us today. Thank you very much. Okay.
Thank you for having me.
Pleasure. So I wanted to ask you, and I'm asking all the artists this question, is when did you first realize that you were going to be an artist for life and that this was really your passion and your drive in life?
So for my 18th birthday, when I became mature, the gift that I asked my mom was a guitar. And that was my very first guitar, and that motivated me to start to learn how to play the guitar. And that's how I started, actually. So I took tuitions for the first year, and then I started to play in choir at the church. Okay. And afterwards, with practice, I started also to sing a little bit.
Okay.
And coming until now.
Wonderful. Yeah, that's a great way. And I like that you mentioned choirs, because I grew up in a choir culture, and I always say to people, it's such an awesome way to develop your ear and to, it's just great. So I'm happy that you also have that background of choir singing and being in that environment. It's so nice. Okay, so I just wanted to know, like, if you think back on the time that you've been performing, is there one thing that really stands out for you, something that you really enjoyed doing, some moment in your career that's very special?
One of my highlights was that I had the opportunity to play at a festival. It was Casa Out Festival during the month of November. It was in 2017, if I'm not mistaken. And also last year, I was in the Casa Out Festival also, but I did a workshop on poetry, on slam poetry, because I do both musician. I'm a musician and also a slam poet.
Ah, wonderful. Okay. Yeah. Yes. That's great. Sure. And tell me, how do you feel about this from artist to artist movement? Do you think this is something that can work in the future?
I really do. It can work, and it will work, because the idea of having an online event like this is becoming more and more important and crucial in these conditions with the COVID out there. We have to be cautious. Sorry.
Yeah.
And taking this into consideration, having the opportunity to showcase our talents and our passion and our views also through our art to such a large public. I think that's the most important part, that the audience can touch like really everybody. And you just have to log in on your cell phone, on your PC, laptop, and log in on the event and watching it in the safe and comfort of your house.
Yeah, and that's the amazing thing about technology these days. As artists, we can connect with people in a way that we've never been able to connect before, in such an easy way, actually. And it's actually this whole COVID-19 has forced us to look into those ways and give up our old ideas of how performances should happen. Yeah. So thank you so much for sharing with us today. We are happy to get to know you, and thank you for sharing your video with us. We're looking forward to watching it now. Have a lovely day.
Thank you.
All right.
Bye.
Bye.
This dancing, I struggle to remember your face. A memory fading away, like morning dew on rose petals. You know it was there, but you don't care anymore. The Sunlight bathes around early, making you happy to see it shine again. But morning dew is gone. I wonder, what are you thinking? Not thinking of me, I hope you will meet my soul in dreamland, where we walk freely, naked, bodies united like shoelaces, untied so easily, yet so strong together. I even miss the way you stare, like fire in your eyeballs to flare. In this multitude of colorful emotions, I see rainbows of every color at every side of your lips. I feel strongly eager to dive into your stare, plunging in the deepness of you. I read you, I need you. Book of real love. I am nearly forgetting your touch, strong and yet reassuring. You make me feel new with love and caring. Can't stop eating your flesh, tastiest meal, tastiest meal God created, His masterpiece. Couldn't do better, yet you love. You love at perfection. You created that concept the moment first time you smiled at me. The distance between us, like two stars that never touch, admiring each other yet avoiding to kiss. Or the ordeal which goes, destruction of the world. F the world, one word, one kiss from you, for eternal bliss, for an eternal kiss, for eternal bliss.
Hi Rosie, thank you so much for joining us today. How are you?
I'm good, and you?
Good. I'm so happy that you're joining our From Artist for Artist movement. We are excited to see your video today. Thank you for being here.
So I'm very, very happy to be here.
Great.
And to form part of it.
Wonderful. So I just want the audience to get to know you a little bit as an artist. So I'm just going to ask you a few questions so that they can see who you are and what you're all about. So Rosie, tell us, when did you know that you were going to be an artist for life?
So it was when I was 16. My mom bought a guitar for my sister, and I was very, very curious about this instrument.
Wow.
So I wanted to learn as well. And yes, this I think it was on that day.
Wow.
Yes.
So it made you feel something and you could just connect to it.
Exactly. I used to sing in the choir when I was at school.
Okay.
Yes. And
yeah, we've sang in the choir together in some shows.
Exactly. Yes.
I met you when you was just still a child.
10 years ago, I think.
Yeah, I think, it's already that long. My goodness, don't tell people that. Keep it a secret. Now tell me, Rosie, what is the main highlight of your career so far?
I think it was when Lady Basha, it was 4 or 5 years ago, she asked me to sing for her show. It was for Mrs. Moris.
Oh, wow.
Yes. So I did Somewhere Over the Rainbow. I was
beautiful.
I was very, very anxious. I was nervous, but it was very exciting at the same time. Yes.
Yeah, I always think that that's the thing about performing is there's that nervousness, but then when you're on stage and everything just goes quiet and it all works out, and then that high you are on afterwards,
yes,
it's exactly. Like a bigger high than you can get from anything else.
Yes.
And tell me, Rosie, tell me, how do you feel about this initiative, this From Artist for Artist movement?
Well, it's amazing because we are facing an uncertain, how can I say it?
Time
yes,
for artists,
certain time, and all my friends they don't know where to go, they don't know what they have to do, so it is a very, very good initiative. I'm very happy about it.
Oh, that's great. Yeah. I know as an artist myself, we don't know when we're going to perform again. We don't know when crowds are going to be able to get together. And we're just grateful that we have a platform like this that we can actually perform online, because that is the joy, to share our talents with people. So thank you for sharing your talent with us today. We are very happy to have you here, and we're very excited to see your video. So thank you so much, Rosie.
Welcome. Thank you, Diane.
Okay. Bye.
Bye.
Dirkie. I'm so excited that you're joining us for this awesome project. How are you?
Thanks so much, Diana. Thanks for phoning. I'm also excited about the project.
Yes, and so actually we have a huge Mauritian audience watching, but also people from all over the world. So maybe I should just introduce you, and we're going to have a look at your video just now. But Dirkie is an old friend of mine. We used to play together in a band in South Africa, the good old days. And he's an incredible guitarist. So yeah, it's a very, very special talent that you have, and we're very honored to have you on our show today. So thank you so much for being here. All right, so I just wanted to ask you, Dirkie, just tell us a little bit about your music, maybe, and when you realized that you had this talent for playing the guitar, and when did you realize that?
The interesting question. I remember when I was 4 years old. I grew up in a relatively small coastal town in South Africa called Mossel Bay, and used to have the street festivals with our music that we call in South Africa boeremusiek, which basically relates to, or translates to rather, folk music of South Africa.
Yeah.
So at that young age, I was really interested in, I was sitting and watching the old guys playing their music with their instruments, and I always remember that in the music shops, I always wanted to go to the toy section where the guitars was. So yeah, I had at right about 11 years of age, I decided I want to go study music after school, which I then did at Stellenbosch University. I did 2 degrees in music there, in classical guitar as well as all the brass instruments, and subject didactics, the teaching of all the instruments. Yeah, and then after that, I went to do some popular music. So I sort of developed my own style, rhythmic, exotic guitar style that has some flamenco influences, Spanish influences, classical, acoustic rock, folk, and I love Irish music as well.
Yeah,
so,
great.
Yeah.
Wow, that's awesome. And tell me, Dirkie, what would you say to musicians? What kind of advice would you give them in these difficult times where music is kind of, not music, but the performing arts have kind of come to a stop, and we don't have live performances at the moment? What kind of advice would you give them, and how has that influenced you in this time?
Yeah, I must say that I think the whole lockdown worldwide and the virus definitely influenced our musicians and artists. I think some of the worst, including travel and all of the other stuff that's been influenced. But also the world has forced us to do digital and go online with, where it's possible, with our arts and music and videos, etc. Online teaching for those who taught one-on-one is a new thing to do. I myself is a music teacher, so I've got to go online and teach all my students online where possible. I also saw that on Facebook, especially now, people are really doing a lot of shows worldwide online. And I mean, they must still go on creating. They can't just stop dead with what they were busy with and what they were meant to do as a musician and as an artist.
Exactly.
So it's also the time for recording, if possible. I've got my own little recording studio at home. So I'll definitely be working on new albums. And then, the nice thing about that, for instance, my violin partner that I do CDs and recordings with, he's got his studio, I've got mine. So I record my parts, he records his, and we put it all together. So
yeah, that's
actually
the beauty of technology these days. And I think it's kind of just forced all of us to take time to really learn how this can work and to find new creative ways. But I think it's also important that the audience need to realize that we still need to be supported by the public. as artists, and that's why we wanted to do this initiative where people can donate to the artists, because we are used to doing shows and people entertaining people, and now we can't do that live, but we're still trying to entertain people online. So yeah, that's important.
This is very important, especially now. So it's also quite difficult for people to donate, but as I said, we need to keep on creating and find new ways of promoting ourselves, because if we don't do it digitally, I mean, digital marketing of your product, doesn't matter what business you are in, what industry, is a very good platform. There's places, Facebook is just one of them.
Yeah.
There's what is the other one? I forgot the name now.
Deezer.
I think Patreon. Patreon and Deezer and all of that. So create social profiles, I would say. Put stuff on YouTube. Make sure your videos look, as professional as it can be. I think that's the way to go for now. To eventually definitely. Just to still create an income, and even if people donate a little bit, or however much amount they can afford, us as artists really appreciate that worldwide.
Yeah, definitely. Okay, so thank you so much for joining our concert today. We really appreciate it, and we hope to see you in the future again. All the best.
Thanks so much.
Okay.
I'd love to visit all your beautiful friends there in Mauritius as well. And thanks so much for doing this.
We're going to make it happen. We'll make it happen. All right.
I'm looking forward.
Okay.
Thanks so much.
Bye.
Keep well. Bye.
Cedric. How are you?
Hi, I'm fine, and you?
Good, thanks. It's so lovely to have you with us today, and we are so honored that you came to participate in our event. Whereabouts are you in the world at the moment?
Actually, at the moment, I am in Hamburg.
Okay, but you're a Mauritian, and what are you doing in Hamburg?
I am doing my studies in performing arts.
Wonderful, that's great. And what kind of performing arts?
Musical theater.
Ah, that's wonderful. Okay, and how long have you been performing? What made you decide that this is a life path that you wanted to follow?
Actually, it was a build-up from the moment I entered the rehearsal of Opera Mauritius 8 years ago, and it was one of the most beautiful musical moments of my life, to be honest.
Which musical were you in?
It was an opera. It was an opera. It was La Traviata.
Ah, yeah. Yes, we did that together.
Yes. I was still very young back then.
You were still very young. And then the next one we did together was Dido and Aeneas. And then you were my husband in that one.
I was your husband. Yeah, I still remember that. My
dance partner. That was lovely.
It was a lot of fun.
Sorry, I interrupted you. So yes, that was what catapulted you to decide to go into this genre. Okay.
Yeah. Then after experiences, after staging experiences, rehearsing experiences, it was the idea in my head grow bigger. And I took the decision the moment my mom passed away. I was like, okay, there is nothing holding me back. And I think that I was sure that I wanted to do this, and I tried my chances.
Oh, that's wonderful. So Cedric, what made you decide to take part in our Artists for Artists movement, this first event that we're doing online?
I think it's giving the chance to artists to still be active, to still express themselves, and with the help of technology, and this web event is really proactive and initiates and opens the way to maybe even more events in the future.
Yes, because we're not sure when we're going to be able to perform in theaters again, and life has changed so much. So it's giving this opportunity to artists to still perform online, to have an audience, and to share their love for performing arts.
Exactly.
Yeah. So thank you so much for joining us. Do you have any last words that you want to tell the audience?
Do I have any
last words that you want to tell the audience?
Well, I wish you to appreciate and to encourage us, and to stay healthy and stay safe. And yeah, that's it.
Great. Okay, thank you for joining us, and we're going to be playing your music video now. So thank you for joining us, the audience, and enjoy this wonderful music video. And good luck with your career. Okay.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Ciao.
Have their reward, and if they fall as Lucifer fell, the flame, the sword, stars in your attitude, scarce to be counted, feeling the darkness, the order in light. You are sentinels, silent and sure, keeping watch light, keeping watching the night. You know your place in the sky. You hold your course in your aim, and each in your season returns and returns, and it's always the same. But if you fall as Lucifer fell, you fall in flames. And so it must be, so it is written on the doorway to paradise, that those who fall and those who fall must pay the price. Lord, let me find me, that I may see me, safe behind bars. I will never rest till the end. This I swear by the
Hello, Bruno. How are you?
Ah, mon correct, Jan. Tout
Correct, tout correct.
Yes.
That's great. I'm so happy that you're joining us today. Thank you so much for being part of our movement. Thank you for bringing your art to us today. We are very blessed to have you here. And we're excited to move into this new era of digital music, you know? Yeah. So listen, can I ask you a few questions? So the audience doesn't all know you, because we have people from all around the world who are tuning in, and I just want them to get to know you a little bit before they see your music. And tell us, how did you get into this business of singing? How did you know that you were going to be a singer one day?
Donc, tout a commencé par l'apprentissage de la maison avec maman, papa qui quand on écoute la musique tous les jours. Et par là, on finit influencé. La musique est connectée avec moi. Et petit à petit, on commence à chanter devant une petite soirée, devant un anniversaire, comme ça. Et avec le temps, on a plus confiance avec mes proches et du monde qui est autour de moi qui me trouvait qui me capable de chanter. Et on a de l'avant, on continue pratique la musique, pratique les chants en général. Et pour qui, aujourd'hui, on est capable de gagner la scène et apporte la musique, la musique c'est un médicament pour l'ego. Et donc, depuis ce moment où maman et moi, ça a été un peu de la musique là, ça fait moi, aujourd'hui, je suis un artiste capable d'exprimer d'une manière.
Wow, that's amazing. Thank you for sharing that with us. And tell me, is there something specific in your career that just stands out, that's like a highlight for you, something that you can just, when you think of the time that you've been singing, it just pops up for you?
Ouais. Et les moments, enfin, il y en a beaucoup de moments, mais bon, les moments que le plus grand public trouve moi, c'est dans Moris qui m'a participé.
Ah.
Et là, il y a un peu plus d'image qui connaît Bruno Jean-Pierre qui chantait, qui dans le monde musical.
Okay, wonderful, great. And then tell me, Bruno, what do you think of this artist from artist for artist movement? Do you think this is something that can help the artists in the future?
Je dirais que c'est une bonne initiative parce qu'il y a beaucoup d'artistes qui underground qui sont capables de performer de manière superbe à gauche à droite pour gagner un petit abonné, un petit billet. Mais aujourd'hui, on a ça avec l'Internet qui peut faire ça petit marché pour un petit artiste capable d'émergent et aussi être connu. Parce qu'il y a des jours, on trouve une grande compagnie dans Moris ou aussi dans l'Europe, soit même artiste à chaque fois, qui tourne en rond, même d'affaires. Et donc, un petit artiste, comme moi, qui n'a encore les autres, qui est intéressé, capable de performer dans une grande boîte qui peut tourner au Facebook dans Moris. Et qui, voilà, nous remercie ça. From artiste to artiste, puis ça posé, envergé pour un underground, un petit artiste qui pas qu'on pour public pas qu'on d'autres qui est capable de montrer de la voix, montrer ce petit feeling, donner un nouveau couleur mauricien. Voilà.
Yeah.
Et le monde entier aussi.
Great. So thank you so much for joining us. We are going to love this video. I'm sure everyone's going to love it, and we hope to see you very soon online and hopefully in person as well. Okay.
Yes.
Have a lovely day. Bye. Thank you, Bruno.
Bye.
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 Inspiration. Quand on grandit, qui est de moi capable d'exprimer. Bonnes affaires qui m'ont fait découvrir les capables en profondeur, c'est qui m'a pour dire pareil comment ça c'est clair, réflexion la limite, c'est qui dans marée noire pour apparaître en plein lisou. La bousille après pour finir, on coupait toujours à temps, ouais. Comme des temps à petit monde, combien de temps qu'il ça pour prendre. Appelle-moi tout mal en patience, même pas promettre seul parti, se le dire. Pas seul ça, Mélissa, qui ça n'a dire. Pas moi ça, Mélissa, mais qui ça n'a dire. Pas moi ça, Mélissa, qui ça n'a dire. Pas moi ça, Mélissa, qui ça n'a. Oh, oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, 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 yeah. Oh, oh, yeah, yeah. Oh, oh, yeah. Les bonnes affaires, ils m'ont fini observer. Mais pas une nouveauté, non, mais il est bien évident. Non, il n'y a pas de nouveau en bas, ça soleil qui l'éveille. C'est qui bégaye l'espoir, comme un sous-seul pour arriver, quand même. Dans l'espoir, où est la reine la limite, quand même. Dans l'espoir, où trouve la justice, quand même. Dans l'espoir, un guido, un petit créole, quand même. Dans l'espoir, dans l'espoir. La bousille après pour finir, on connaît toujours à temps, ouais. Combien de temps à petit monde, combien de temps qu'il ça pour prendre. Fais-moi tout mal en ma chance, mais ma promesse de partir, c'est de dire. Pas moi sans Mélissa qui s'ana. Pas moi sans Mélissa qui s'ana. Pas moi ça, Mélissa qui s'ana. Pas moi ça, Mélissa qui s'ana. Oh, oh,
Hello, Carol. How are you?
Good. Good and you, Jan?
Good, thanks. It's so lovely that we can meet today on this live stream, and we are so excited that you are part of this project. And yeah, I just want people to get to know you and tell me, like, when did you realize that you wanted to be in this music industry in Mauritius? When did you realize that you had such an incredible talent?
Well, I started to sing when I was 16.
Okay.
Actually, I didn't know that I could sing, so I just had this little voice in me telling me, "Oh, you should go to the school choir." So I just went to the school choir, and then I started to sing, and then suddenly the teacher says, "Oh, there's somebody who has a beautiful voice in the choir," and it was the girl next to me who said, "Hey, Matt, she's the one who's singing like that," and I didn't know. So this is how I started to sing. And since that day, I think that my life changed completely, and I've always wanted to sing and love singing and love experiencing singing in any form of singing.
That's amazing. And what always amazes about me about you, Carol, is that you are so multi-talented. You are incredible at like organizing shows. You're incredible at making costumes. You're an incredible singer. You're an incredible actress. You are just an all-rounder. Like in musical theater, we would say a triple thread, but to me, you are like a quadruple, I don't even know how to say it, thread, because you're just involved in everything. And now you're also an incredible teacher. So do you want to maybe tell us a little bit about your teaching? And what I love about your teaching is that it's such an alternative method that you use. So please share a little bit about that.
Well, teaching singing, well, I've started a few years ago now, around 5 or 6 years ago. But when I started teaching, all by myself, and with the little I knew about myself as a singer.
Yeah.
But then the more I was teaching, I came to realize that it was not enough, and I didn't know enough. So I did some research, and I fell on this guy. His name is Robert Susuma, and I started taking a few lessons with him. And it's like it's a somatic way of learning, and so I felt at home with his approach, and with his method of with this idea that there is no technique, just the idea of learning and learning about yourself, learning about your voice, and learning about how the functions in your body. And so this is where I am. I've been studying for 2 years now with him, and trying to understand things in the somatic point of view, and experiencing a lot of myself, and working with other people, and it's just amazing. And I really love this way of learning, because it's a gentle way of learning, and it's not like the idea of a technique where it tells you need to do this one thing, otherwise whatever you do is not good.
Yeah, exactly.
And in this approach, it's just that everything is okay, and then you start from where you are, and then you just build up and get to understand yourself and your body and the way you sing, and why you sing, and how you sing. And it's really the learning that really is a big part of it, and I just love it.
Yeah, it's connecting to yourself and going from that authentic place. Wow, that's beautiful. And so with your teaching and your learning online, you've been exposed a little bit to this online way of dealing with singing. And I think now with this confinement and everything that's going on in the world, we've been forced to go online, just like we're doing this concert now, and you've actually had some experience with that already. So what would you say, what's your feeling about going forward with performing arts like online like this? Do you think it's good? Do you think, like, what is your feeling?
I think it's just a different way of performing.
Yeah.
And as artists, we need to adapt, and we need to be resilient with the situation. And the next point is to see how people are going to adapt also with this new way of attending to concerts and still enjoy the idea of listening to music or any form of art. It's just it's just a different way of attending to art in any whatever form it is.
And I guess instead of resisting it, because we all know that we love to be in a theater, we love that feeling of being in front of a live audience, but like now we just have to accept that this is maybe the way forward for now, and until we can go back to that. And so Carol, I'm very, very happy that I could speak to you today. Thank you so much for your time, and I'm so excited to see this video, and I'm sure everyone will enjoy it. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Diane, and I hope that the concert is going to be a success.
Yeah, great. Have a lovely day. Bye.
Tuesday will be my good
Awesome. Hello, Lindsay. Thank you so much for joining us today. We are so excited that you decided to join our For Artists to Artists movement. And we are super excited to see your video today. So let me quickly just ask you, you know, we have an audience from all around the world. And in Mauritius, every single person knows you. But can you just tell our other audience members, like, who are you? How long have you been performing? And yeah, what made you decide to become a performer?
Oh my God, that's a great question. Actually, I didn't decide to become a performer. I think it all becomes when I was in my mother's womb. She sings too much, that's her fault. I come from a family that sings, that plays, musicians and stuff. And yeah, literally, I became a singer. But officially, for professionally, it's 33 years of career I've been singing. Yeah, I'm 42.
That's crazy. You look like you're in your 20s. So how is that possible?
20 times 2 plus 2. It's a 2 thing. Yeah, I've been performing 33 years and it's just been a blessing, a blessing. I must say I'm a blessed daughter of the Most High. I'm a mom, I'm a performer, I'm just loving life. So yeah, this is who I am.
That's incredible. I must say one of the highlights of my career was performing with you on stage in Sister Act. It was the most fun I've ever had on stage with someone, and I will always think back with the fondest memories because you're such an inspiration. You're such an incredible performer, and
oh my God,
it's just amazing. I love your energy. I love everything about your talent.
You're giving it too much, Mary Patrick.
I'm serious. So just tell me quickly, for you, what was the highlight of your career? If you just have to think of one moment, what is that?
Amazingly and surprisingly would be Sister Act, because
really,
I think since I was born, since I started performing, they always compare me to Whoopi Goldberg, always and always and always.
I get that.
When Jared proposed me this role, actually it was like the role of my life. And it was actually very challenging because all the Mauritians, know me, and they were expecting me to be Whoopi. So it was loads of pressure. But thanks to this beautiful Sister Act family, like you say, we had so much challenges and so much fun and so much amazing moment that even though 4 years after, we're still connected. So
it's true. We are now sisters for life.
We're still communicating. Yeah, for me, apart from giving birth to my kids, but the moment on stage was the moment, the role of my life was being Mary Clarence.
Wow, that is incredible. I'm happy to hear that, so that I could share that moment with you. And now, Lindsay, I see that you've got a new cooking show. So how exciting is that? Do you want to tell us a little bit about that?
I've been blessed traveling around the world, and 14 years ago, I came from China and I had no job. I'm not ashamed to say that, but that's the part of life. I think when you're really down there, it's when you really realize your true strength and power and willing to survive and to make something of it. Even though I was Lindsay Bagbert for 33 years. So when I came back, they proposed me a show on Radio Mauritius. It's called Radio Moris, but not on the FM, but the AM side. I don't know if you do know, maybe it's like the dinosaur thing, but nobody wanted to go to work there. And I needed to work. So I was like, okay, you know what? Just give it to me. I need to work. I was back home with my little daughter. She was 2.5 that time. Now she's 16. And they proposed me a radio show from 6 to 12. So I had to come up with some stuff. So I had to cut it off in 3 parts, and the last part was from 11 to 12. And I was like, what should I be doing? And it's like, yeah, I love eating, I love cooking. So I propose, as a mom, you know what I'm talking about. You have to create stuff to make your kid and your husband to eat. So I created a radio cooking show. And one of my late friend, he gave the name Lin Kui, like Lindsay is cuisining or cooking.
Ah, nice.
So he found the name Lin Kui. And since then, I was like always hoping that when or if I stop singing, I might go open my own restaurant, Lin Kui, because I love cooking. And this confinement, it's like, you know, a wake-up call, because I think for everybody, the confinement put our priorities up top, to realize that time is important with families, our health, everything, loving yourself. I've learned to love myself, because so many times us being women, we expect love from others. We give so much, but we don't have anything from return. We working 24/7 with kids and husbands and everything, taking care of the house, but we never really take time for us. So this confinement really was like a wake-up call for me to say, hey, you can be 42, you can be a mom of 2, you still have a career, but what now? Because the musical industry is like freezed all around the world.
Yeah.
So, the revelation hits me again with Lin Kui, and amazingly, I think it was a divine intervention, because, like I said, I'm a daughter of the Most High. I love my God so deeply, and He managed to put all these people that I met in the confinement that surprisingly lives around the area. So it was not like we had to travel. We just walk, drive 2 minutes from cars, and just put everyone together, makeup, clothes, the cameras, and it was just amazing. And Lin Kui was recorded on the 1st of May. It was the Labor Day, and for me, it was another revelation. I'm just going to speak on revelation, because my God was like, okay, this is a new chapter of your book. It started on Labor Day. Most of you guys are not working, but I'm going to make you work, because you're my daughter.
That's beautiful. That's beautiful. And it's such an inspiration for other artists to hear that, because I think when we get stripped down to the bare minimum in this confinement, we have to find creative ways of moving forward. And exactly. we as artists are we need that creative outlet, and finding that again, we don't often take time anymore to really dig deep and find it, and this has forced us so that's actually the beauty of this confinement. Well, Lindsay, thank you so much for joining us today. We are looking forward to listening to your video now, and everyone will put the link down so you can go and check out Lindsay's cooking show and share it, and we will see you again. Lindsay, thank you for joining us.
Thank you so much.
All right. Bye.
Bye.
Sa canine sauvalé, mienne seule couleur du sang qui coule dans la veine. Sa couleur fin crée pour lui exprime sa beauté. Couleur la terre fait nous rappeler qui nous était. Couleur la mer fait nous l'esprit évadé. Ouvert lisier apprécier capacité l'éternel. La nature sous couleur naturelle mélange-les comme un arc-en-ciel. Il m'habille à respecter l'éternel. Tout ça la fin crée par bon Dieu lui-même. La nature sous couleur naturelle, sous tableau lit vraiment exceptionnel. Il m'habille à respecter l'éternel. Tout ça la fin crée par bon Dieu lui-même. Nous tous besoin comprendre que nous vîmes de les créateurs. Nous tous besoin conscients que nous vîmes de la poussière. Devant les yeux bon Dieu, il m'a sauvé. Faire besoin faire croire qu'il n'a couleur plus supérieure, mais n'a aucune couleur qui est inférieure. Ça il m'a fin créé à l'image bon Dieu. La nature sous couleur naturelle, mélange-les comme un arc-en-ciel. Il m'a besoin respecter l'éternel. Tout ça la fin crée par bon Dieu lui-même. La nature sous couleur naturelle, sous tableau lit vraiment exceptionnel. Il m'avise à respecter l'éternel. Tout ça la fin crée par bon Dieu lui-même. Par bon Dieu lui-même. Bon Dieu fin crée tout quelque chose naturel qui nous trouve là devant nous lisier. Qu'on apprécie pas merveille l'éternel, isolé, l'immense, vital et livré. Car un moment fait tout l'âme connectée, tout pour tout couleur harmonisée. Qu'on apprécie pas merveille l'éternel, isolé, l'immense, vital et livré. Bon Dieu fin crée tout quelque chose naturel qui nous trouve là devant nous lisier. Qu'on apprécie pas merveille l'éternel, isolé, l'immense, vital et livré. Pour un moment fait tout l'âme connectée, tout pour tout couleur harmonisée. Qu'on apprécie pas merveille l'éternel, isolé, l'immense, vital et livré. Couleur la terre fait nous rappeler qui nous était. Couleur la mer fait nous l'esprit évadé. Ouvert les yeux apprécier capacité l'éternel. Qui fait besoin faire croire qu'il n'a couleur plus supérieure, mais n'a aucune couleur qui est inférieure. Ça il m'a filtré à l'image mon Dieu. Fier de ce qui tu étais, fier de tes racines, fier de ton identité. Mauricien avant.
Hello, King Raman. King Raman in the house. Thank you so much for joining us. We really appreciate that you are that you're joining this movement, and we're excited to see your video today.
Yeah, I'm very proud of you also. You invited me on in your concert.
Great. So I've been asking some of the artists the same questions, and I want to find out from the artists today through this concert, when did you realize that you wanted to be an artist for life? Was there a moment when you realized that you were a good singer or a performer? or was it just in your blood?
It's in my blood because when I was a little boy, I was a singer.
Yeah. So everyone told you that you could sing well, and so you liked it.
Yeah, that I continued to perform, to get more fans, to get more with my music and message to send message to another world, you know.
Good. And is there like one moment in your career that really stands out, that is for you like a pinnacle moment, something that if you think of your career, that was your best moment ever?
Yeah, my best moment was in Reggae Dancer, Festival Reggae Dancer, my first festival in the US.
Amazing. Tell us about it.
We have 6,000 people was there.
Amazing. Wow. And how do you feel when you're standing on stage in front of 6,000 people?
Yeah, I feel free. I'm free because in Roderick I was performing Festival Creole, but 4 times in Festival Creole.
Okay.
I perform. Festival Creole is more than Reggae Dancer. Festival Creole we have 10,000 people, but Reggae Dancer is my best concert because we have some international artists was there like Anthony B.
Yeah. Wow. And then you feel the vibes from those people, and you just go on the same vibe.
Yes, is my mission. My mission is to give vibes to people and message to.
Definitely. And tell us, King Rama, what is your message for people out there and also for artists? What is it that you want to tell your audience?
My message is what we need now. We must, all people is, you're black, you're white, anything, no more racism, because all people is people, man is man. And my message is, we need what we need in the world for artists. We need love. We need consciousness. We need more happiness. You know?
I love that. I love that. Thank you. That is a beautiful message. And I agree. If we just have more love in the world, and love brings respect, and respect brings acceptance. And if we can just all accept each other the way that we are and just love each other, then the world will be heaven on earth.
Yeah, I have make a new tune to talk about this.
Awesome.
Yeah, we talk about freedom, peace, and freedom.
Hopefully, we can hear that soon.
Yes.
Great.
Yeah.
Okay, so my last question for you is, do you think that a movement like what we are starting here with, from artist to artist, this can help artists in the future? This online concept that we're trying to achieve?
Yes, of course, because we make facilities. In this program, we have the world connecting.
Yeah.
You have more views and more fans internationally also.
Definitely, and that way we can spread this message of love and acceptance.
I give thanks to you for this project. Yeah, it's
Awesome.
very, very important. Yeah.
Thank you very much for joining us. We love that you want to be part of this project and going forward as well. And we hope that everyone watching this is going to enjoy this next video. Okay, see you soon. Bye.
I'm very proud of you. Big up yourself. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.
et nous on ne nous voit pas. Des crises et des crises, les petits gens restent à critiquer. Et ils ont leur trône, et nous on ne nous voit pas. Des cris et des cris, les petits gens restent abandonnés. Je n'ai rien à foutre de votre gouvernement. Je n'ai rien à foutre de votre président. Je n'ai rien à foutre de votre parlement. Je n'ai rien à foutre. Je n'ai rien à foutre de vous les dirigeants. Je n'ai rien à foutre de votre gouvernement. Je n'ai rien à foutre de votre président. Je n'ai rien à foutre de votre parlement. Je n'ai rien à foutre. Je n'ai rien à foutre de vous les dirigeants.
Divisé, martyrisé, démoralisé, brutalisé, accusé, brisé, déraciné, éradiqué, dédicacé à tous ces zombies vécu et malmenés. Natty dreadlock, ils abusent de leur pouvoir, ils ont vécu par la gloire, ils sont remplis d'exploratoire, maintenant ils vont savoir. Même s'ils ne cessent de vomitoires, nous on garde l'espoir, et nous ne cesserons jamais d'y croire qu'il y a une expiratoire.
Échappatoire. Je suis comme Robin des Bois. Rien à foutre de votre loi dictature. Moi je préfère m'évader dans la nature. Je m'en vais, ça me dégoûte votre système. Je n'ai rien à foutre de votre gouvernement. Je n'ai rien à foutre de votre président. Je n'ai rien à foutre de votre parlement. Je n'ai rien à foutre. Je n'ai rien à foutre de vous les dirigeants. Je n'ai rien à foutre de votre gouvernement. Je n'ai rien à foutre de votre président. Je n'ai rien à foutre de votre parlement. Je n'ai rien à foutre. Je n'ai rien à foutre de vous les dirigeants.
Des suites on trouvait qui s'allie là. C'est une place qui remplit en 1638. Se réunit pour investir, pour tirer profit, coupe, bois et bain pour exporter. Dans Batavia et dans d'autres pays, ce qui bâtit la Moris, d'après nos autres presque qui appellent. Ce qui prend l'île là comme ce territoire, c'est pour ça ce qui monte. L'agriculture, ce qui fait faire pour gagner ressources alimentaires. Oui, là, la diapathie dans ce papier, ce fin à bord de l'île, qui s'est senti, histoire nous difficile, si nous négliger. Histoire nous difficile, ça nous tout bizarre connaît. Histoire nous difficile, si nous négliger. Histoire nous difficile, ça nous tout bizarre connaît. En 17e siècle, même, le 15e l'année, pour développement, ce qui appelle la l'île des frontières, des racines hommes femmes, précisément, Madagascar, pour venir travailler sans récompense, ouais, avec ces vérités qui fait esclave obéir, pour cultiver la terre ici, mon frère, pour l'amélioration agricole, ouais, pour s'il dépense progresser, ouais, tu construis ainsi, mais tu construis l'hôpital civil, tu n'as qu'à trouver ce qui sont en ville, ça t'aurait dû être déjà monument capable de moins d'histoire nous difficile, si nous négliger. Histoire nous difficile, ça nous tout bizarre connaît. Histoire nous difficile, si nous négliger. Histoire nous difficile, ça nous tout bizarre connaît. me défense attaquer. Mon ban anglais, bataille dans camp pour voir du Suisse. Sans 10 beaucoup bateau coulé dans la Mercedes. Misez ma boucle à pas témoigner dans les no-cap. Maléré, l'autre soldat anglais qui vini. Si des sacs pour financer l'épaule. Lui, ce précis, quand il la renommé Moris en 1815. La même programme l'abolition de l'esclavage février 1835. En même temps pour une travail ici, ce qui prend la fourrure depuis dans l'an 1886, 1968. Après ça date là, tout ce qui naît ici appelle les enfants pays. Maurice, histoire nous difficile, si nous négliger. Histoire nous difficile, ça nous tout bizarre connaît. Histoire nous difficile, si nous négliger. Histoire nous difficile, ça nous tout bizarre connaît. Histoire nous difficile, si nous négliger. Histoire nous difficile, ça nous tout bizarre connaît. Histoire nous difficile, si nous négliger. Histoire nous difficile, ça nous tout bizarre connaît, ni bon pour nous destiner.
Hello, Jasmine. How are you?
Hi, Jan. I'm fine, and you?
Very well, thanks. Thanks so much for joining us today. We are super excited to have you here, and we are so honored that you decided to join our project. So thank you very much.
Plaisir, c'est un plaisir.
Yes, my Creole is not so good. As you know, from previous shows that I've been attempting to speak Creole and French, I should rather stay away. I can say ayo, ayo.
But ayo is a good thing in Mauritius. You say ayo for everything.
Yes, and I can say kutupiale.
Where are you going?
Exactly. Anyway, so let's get to the point. Tell us, Jasmine, what made you decide to become a musician for life? What is it that made you realize that you were going to sing the rest of your life?
So I was a little girl. I think I was 8 years old. My father was playing in the church, Black River Church, Saint-Augustin. Okay. Donc, je l'ai rejoint là-bas à l'église. Donc, I think I was singing in the church for a wedding one day. And some people come to me and they said, hey, you have a nice voice. Oh, you sing very well. Donc, ces jours-là, j'ai réalisé que, justement, je faisais du bien aux oreilles des autres. Je pense que, voilà, justement, l'artiste aime bien apporter du bien-être aux autres. Quand on chante, moi en tout cas, quand je chante, j'aime bien voir les regards des autres, les gens qui sont heureux, qui sont touchés, dépendant de la chanson, bien sûr. Si c'est une chanson de conscience, qui sont touchés par notre musique et justement par ce que j'apporte par ma voix. Donc, je passe des messages en tant qu'artiste. Donc, moi, j'ai su à ce moment-là, quand plusieurs personnes sont venues vers moi pour me dire que je chantais bien et qu'il fallait que je continue, je me suis dit, j'ai pas mal de compliments et il faut que je continue. Donc, à ce moment-là, moi, j'ai décidé que j'allais être sur scène, que je voulais chanter pour les autres et justement faire plaisir aux gens qui m'écoutent. Voilà.
Wow, that's great. Yes, it's just such a pleasure, that joy that comes from just blessing people with your talent. And I've seen you perform and I'm always in awe. Well done. And tell me, Jasmine, what was the highlight of your career so far? What do you think is that one moment that just stands out for you?
So I have many great highlights moments in my career. Tous les concerts, c'est pas pareil. Every concert was different, with different emotion, different people, différents regards aussi du public. Mais il y en a certains qui m'ont marqué peut-être plus que d'autres. Il y a des petits concerts, des gros concerts, allons dire des gros concerts comme Cause et Femmes dont j'ai participé. Il y avait aussi les festivals créoles et aussi les petites scènes où tu es prêt avec le public, justement, tu partages des moments intimes avec ces gens-là, tu es prêt et des fois, tu as même des gens qui chantent avec toi et ça te fait plaisir d'entendre ta chanson dans la foule, les gens qui chantent ta chanson. Donc, je pense que chaque moment est différent et moi, j'ai apprécié chaque moment. Hein.
That makes sense. Okay, and then the last thing I wanted to ask you before we quickly have a look at your beautiful video is what do you think of this artist for artist movement? Do you think this is something that we can do in the future and continue with this to help artists?
Alors, c'est une très bonne initiative, je trouve, que par rapport, allons dire, au Covid-19, ben, c'était un moment inattendu, mais c'est arrivé, c'est triste. Et c'est très triste aussi pour les artistes. Donc, je pense que le projet, justement, est très intéressant et qu'il faut voir comment faire dans le futur, justement, si on ne peut pas, nous, artistes, aller faire des concerts, aller chanter dans les mariages ou bals ou autre chose, ou que les gens ne peuvent pas venir nous voir chanter. Donc, je trouve intéressant qu'on puisse avoir des projets comme ça pour pouvoir aider les artistes, justement, nous, en connexion avec le public et le public en connexion avec les artistes. Comme ça, ben, le lien est toujours là. Donc, je trouve très, très intéressant le projet et bravo pour l'initiative.
Great. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for joining us today. And we are sure that the audiences all over the world that's going to look at this concert is really going to enjoy it, and especially your video as well. So have a lovely day. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Beaucoup l'appellent nous fin lancé, mais nous pas content grand chose. Non faudrait pas qui nous dormit, c'est à tout pas qui nous reste en place. Responsabilité là, les bien grands, l'avenir s'enfant dans nous la main. Non faudrait pas qui nous fanait. Prends conscience, nous les pourtant. Trop souvent, nous qui connaissons la misère, nous faisons prendre bien garde pour nos enfants. Pour qui est sous autres peuple bien et qui se trouvent sous la vie errée. Levez, levez, femmes, levez, femmes dans l'île. Souhaite au rôle, femmes dans l'île. Pour m'absent, na un saut pour correct, mon petit toi. Levez, femme, dans l'île. Souhaite au rôle, femme, dans l'île. Souhaite au rôle pour m'absent, na un saut pour correct, mon petit toi. Question pour nous aînés qui finissent en maturité. Beaucoup de problèmes en Haïti. Sans réponse dans Valais aînés. N'a pas suivi la vie moderne avec les morts. Nous grand astère pour raisonner. Nous besoin qu'on choisisse ça qui est bon. Pense toujours pour faire l'avance. Trop souvent, nous qui connaissons la misère, nous faisons prendre bien garde pour nos enfants. Pour qu'ils ne sous autres peuple bien et qu'ils se trouvent sur la vie errée. Levez, levez, femmes, levez, femmes dans l'île. Souhaite au rôle, femmes dans l'île.
Hello, Eric. How are you?
Hi, Diane. Hi, Spring. I'm fine, thank you. And you?
Good, thanks. It's so lovely that you are joining us today. We are so excited to see this video that you've prepared for us. Do you want to tell us a little about how you're working with the Christian care homes and what you've been doing with the residents there?
So I'm a very lucky guy to be. I'm the director of a home for elderly, situated in Quatre-Bornes, Mauritius, Quatre-Bornes. So I've got 57 residents, men and women as well. And next month, I'll have one of my residents will be 100 years old. So
wow.
It's a very great job. So yeah. So during the confinement, I'm working every day. I've got a very good team working with me. So it's very. You'll see. I'll send you the video of us singing, and one of my residents will say a poem. Yes.
That's amazing. Wow. And that is so inspiring. I'm sure that you're bringing so much joy to these people's lives, and I'm sure that you're also getting so much from them because they bring their life experience.
You're right. Yeah, you're right. It's so good working with old age people. Every day you learn many good things. So it's amazing to work with them. And when Sucre and told me about what you want to do for the artists, as I play guitar as well.
Yes.
So I said, oh, that's very good. So I'll try to help.
We are so happy that you're joining, and maybe you can tell us what you think of this for artists from artist movement, and how you see this helping artists in the future.
It's amazing. I'll tell you something. I've got many friends who work in hotel. They are private. They work like 5 days, 4 days a week. But since the lockdown, they have not been working. And I've talked to them. Just think about it. 3 months not working. I've been trying to help them with my residents to give something. And then when Sucre told me about the project of helping the artists, so I've said to myself, that's great. That's great. And I think they really need of money, I must say, to live.
Well, we are so appreciative of your support, and we really we know that you've made a donation as well, and we really just appreciate you, and we appreciate the work that you do, and we just wanted to say thank you, and thanks for inspiring us and for inspiring artists as well, and for the wonderful work that you do. We really appreciate it. Okay, thank you so much for your time. We're looking forward to these
Thank you,
videos.
Eric.
Yes, I'm
Thank you so much.
Thank
It's
you.
a big
Bye bye.
honor to have you all in. Thank you so much.
Bye. Now we're getting to the end of the show. Don't you think it was incredible? We have the most amazing talent in this country and around the world. And we are about to play you the last song. Thank you so much for joining us. We really appreciate all the love that you brought to our show today. Thank you for the artists. And I just wanted to remind you that there is a QR code that you can scan, or you can go onto the website where you can contribute to the artists that participated today. Our video will be up until the 21st that you can still make your contributions, and all the proceeds will be equally split between all the artists, and even some of the artists are donating their parts for other artists that are really struggling. So please open your hearts and give what you can, and we really appreciate your help. So let me give it over to Shukriye. She's going to just say a few thank yous.
Yes, I want to say a big, big thank you, first of all, to you, Diane. You went through the night with us, and it was a beautiful musically journey from Mauritius all over the world and back to Mauritius. And I can say I'm very proud of as well to live in this beautiful country with all these wonderful talents we have on this beautiful island, and also to be part of this event and project. It was a wonderful night also for, I hope, for the audience to see all these talents we have, and a little musical journey as well. And yeah, don't forget, we are still in times of crisis, and we have to be solidary in these times and help each other. We support each other, and so much more. I want to say thank you for this artist who just jumped in to help other artists, and as you say, even donate some of their parts. And then also we have the artists also in need, helping even the audience to have an event and a spectacle. And that was kind of the spirit and the message to all of you. And then, yeah, who knows? We will continue. We will not give up, right?
Yes, definitely. And thank
Very
you,
happy for
Sucre,
this
for
platform.
your initiative, because this was your brainchild, and you faced a lot of adversity, and you pushed through it, and you wouldn't give up. And it's not for your benefit, it's for all the artists. And you're an artist in your own right, and you have such a heart for people. And so thank you, Sucre, for really making this happen, because without you, it would not have happened at all. And hopefully we can have many more of these events online coming up.
Yes.
And so please send us your advice. Tell us how you enjoyed this event.
Maybe a little feedback. Yes.
And
because
then
I
we'll
can
try.
tell you.
Yes?
Yeah, I can tell you also how it was when I contacted my personal friends, and I contacted some artists I know, and the reaction. So I can tell you they've been excited.
Yeah.
They got the hope back. They had a project, and they just jumped in without hesitating. They said, yes, okay, I'm in. To our surprise, we even had more lining up than we expected.
Yeah, so we have them ready for the next event.
Yes, so that's so beautiful. And even, yeah, it's true, we face so many challenges and technical issues, and we are absolutely no pros in this field. We managed it. We went through, and we have to say a big thank you again to Ruben, your brother, and all the people who believed in us. And always, again, the message, don't give up, go for your dreams, go for your goals. And in this case, it was really for a good cause. And we're really grateful for you, audience, and for the artists. Thank you for making it a success. Thank you.
Thank you, Sucre. Okay, and now let's enjoy the last clip, and then we wish you a happy Sunday. And please remember to go to that page and to give with all your heart. All right, bye everyone.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Bye.
Bye.
Let light stream forth into the minds of the people.
imagine une île Moris fort, prospère, en bonne santé et spirituellement avancée. Côté n'a aucune frustration, stress, addiction avec la drogue, tabac, l'alcool, délinquance, pauvreté, corruption et violence. C'est imagine nos pays que des enfants protégés contre toute l'influence négative. C'est imagine nos pays que chaque monde rempli l'amour, la paix, la joie. Ça l'île Maurice là, il pas un rêve. Il y a un objectif concret qui projet Lumière Maurice et visé. Un plus grand développement spirituel dans Maurice pour un avenir meilleur. N'importe quelle religion ou qu'il tient aux communautés ou capable de participer. Ou un nazis pour réciter régulièrement sa grande vocation là, dans le propre langage et que c'est un meilleur du monde dans la vie tous les jours, dans la sincérité et détermination. L'idée a un bon commencement.
We can see it in front of us too, but this is what we actually see. Like, snazzy. Did you see that?
Hello and welcome to Pixel Nation's Pixel Studio. I'm Tracy and I'll be giving you a quick demo today. We've created a virtual environment that is completely customizable to your brand's look and feel. The screen to the side can showcase videos as well as bring on your colleagues live from anywhere in the world. We can play with different camera angles as well as bring up our PowerPoint presentations, click through, or bring them full screen and walk amongst them to emphasize specific elements. We can remove the presenter from this to avoid any distractions. Where we rarely are is in front of a green screen. This can be built in your office. It also allows us the ability to enable anyone with a green screen to enter our virtual environment. Let's have a quick look and another set style, again completely customizable. We can bring up a PowerPoint presentation as well as bring up our colleagues live to discuss one-on-one or remove the presenter and allow them to address the audience directly. Special features such as animated text for key messages is a great tool to make use of. This is a super quick demo, so thank you so much for joining us. We look forward to seeing you in our virtual space.